Good day, students. Welcome to the continuation of our virtual class in Bar 211, Human Resource Management. In the previous discussion, we already discussed the human resource management, where we defined as the strategic approach to the effective management of people in a company or organization, such that they help their business gain a competitive advantage. It can be remembered that in the theory of the human relations by Elton Mayo, he emphasizes that there should be a need to consider the human element. Now, we are going to emphasize the human capital, where we can define as the attributes gained by an employee through education and experience. When an employee have education and experience, he or she can apply the information technology in which it deals with how information is accessed, gathered, analyzed, and communicated. Also, in this topic, we are going to tackle organization chart, where it can be defined as a diagram showing the relationship of one department to others, or of one function of one organization to another. Topics involved in this lesson are application of information technology in HR and HR departments, organization charts, and structures. Under the application of information technology in HR, we will going to know the emergence of the digital age and that it has not only significantly altered the quality of information, but also the way it is found and obtained. The emergence of the internet has brought about an explosion in HR systems and applications. While in the HR department's organization chart and structures, we will know that organization chart is built around the organization's people and titles. Let's begin with lesson 3, the emergence of digital age. In HR, the use of information technology started 4 decades ago. HR management systems were in operation in the 60s, and administration of payroll was often computerized. And lastly, increasing the use of information technology can be seen as driven not only by the need to automate HR processes and services, but actually influence a realization that improved delivery of HR services can become the enterprise's competitive advantage. So if you were not aware in the previous activities or yung nung unang mga panahon na ganap sa human resources, they actually were doing manual activities. Kung ngayon, ang mga magulang nyo, nakikita nyo ang mga ate nyo, or older siblings you have and friends, they are actually using ATM to withdraw their payroll, their salary. Before, salary were just put in a small envelope in cash, and that's how they receive their payment or their salary. Ngayon, meron na tayong mga information technology na ginagamit in which madali na lang ang pag-posting ng sweldo sa bangko, and they can actually transfer it to your account and withdraw it using ATM or the automated machine. As what is written here, HR management system were in operation in the 60s, and administration of payroll was often computerized. Before, as what I've said, they have manually do it, but in the 60s, they were actually using computer in the operation. But still, hindi pa rin yun kagaya ngayon na sobrang bilis na lang ang pacing ng human resources. Because now, we are actually using different applications of HR for them to cope up with the trend. And of course, the main aim really is to gain a competitive advantage. These are some of the application of information technology and HR. But before that, please be mindful again that when we talk of information technology, this refers to how the information is being accessed, analyzed, and communicated. Now, an information can be communicated or analyzed through e-recruitment, since recruitment refers to the searching of applicants. Now you can actually do it electronically, or e-recruitment means online platform to search for the job applicants. Kung dati, ang mga tao ay pumupunta sa company bringing their resumes and application letter to submit for them to hope if there is a vacancy. Now you can actually open your laptop, search in the web or search in the internet some vacancies, and you can actually have the electronic recruitment. It's much easier than before. Another is the electronic selection. Technology, or this is a technology to help organizations manage the processes of identifying the best job candidates more efficiently. When we have online platform to search for job applicants, the applicants will going to apply or send their applications. Now, on the company's part, they use that online platform to access and receive those applications from the candidates, and they will also be the one who can identify who is the best job candidate. From there, they can actually have shortlisting ahead, or nakakapagpili na sila ahead kung sino lang yung makakapag-proceed sa actual interview. Not like before, kasi kung manual yung pagpunta ng mga empleyado inside the organization, and then a personnel going to receive the application letter and the resume, manually, tinitignan pa niya yon kung sino lang yung karapat-dapat na pwedeng i-proceed to the next step sa pag-apply. But in here, in the e-selection, the company can actually receive it through email, and actually, there are also a lot of applications in today's time without even the intervention of human na maka-identify na talaga sila sino yung best job candidate using only the marketing tool that the applicant have submitted, which is yung resume. Third application of IT is the employment kiosk. This application provides the updates of the employees. So ito is para siyang storage or isang system where an employee can actually update his personal achievements, or kung pwede din siyang i-reach ng mga management for the employee to know the trainings available, the seminars available, or for the development of that employee. Another is the e-learning or the electronic learning. This refers to the delivery of training and development through electronic methods. I believe you are no longer, what do you call that? Hindi na ito bago sa inyo, or hindi na ito kakaiba sa inyo, because now what we are actually using is part of the electronic learning. We use electronic methods for us, your professor, to deliver lessons or topics that you ought to have. No? So it actually uses internet and of course computer and other gadgets for you to be able to deliver the information, the training, the learning, the idea to the learner. The EPSS. This is actually a special kind of software program that provides online coaching and mentoring services. Other companies purchase software na kung saan ang empleyado nila can log in, can register, and a personnel is assigned for them to have an online coaching or mentoring sa empleyado na yon. Tinuturuan kung ano ang dapat gawin, how to maturely do the job, and as well how to enrich his or her job. Another is the salary and payroll administration. This is an integrated of system for performance management, time and attendance, and other benefit or employee benefits as pay systems. So, as what I have mentioned before, ang way ng mga empleyado to get their salary is through small envelope where the personnel, nilalagay doon ang literal na money, and then they actually, the employee can actually receive it, let's say, at the end of the month or at the end of the week, and that's how they have their salary. Nililista sila manually. Their attendance before was through bandy clock, through logbooks. Pero ngayon, meron tayong tinatawag na integrated system. Actually, most of the employees are using what do you call it, biometrics right now for them to be able to know the time and attendance of the employees. And from there, at the end of the month, um, kinukuha yon ng HR personnel, and then sinasubmit sa accounting for the accounting to compute, no? Example, may mga absences, may mga late, ang empleyado, ibabawas niya doon. And also other benefits and pay systems where it uses again a system, no, to compute. So dati mano-mano pag-compute ng salary ang isang personnel, but ngayon everything is really easy with the use of information technology. Now, there is also an application we call growth of social networking sites like FB and Twitters. This is the integration of information from social networking sites. So as what I have mentioned, like Facebook and Twitter. So, hindi na lang ginagamit ang social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook para lang mag-post ng kung ano-ano man o magbigay ng mga komento sa mga nakikita natin, naririnig natin, kundi ginagamit din ito ng human resources para magkaroon sila ng integration of information like merong mga nagsusulat ng articles on what the company is about, on what the product is about. So this platform can actually be used for dissemination of information. Another is the use of electronic mail. Even though what I have mentioned is meron na tayong FB and meron tayong Twitter where we can actually communicate privately or we can actually have immediate communication, still, ang email pa rin ay iba. Iba talaga ang email sa social networking sites kasi nga this is actually the heart of the corporate communication, ika nga. This is used to allow employees to check and store emails related to work in one single inbox. Even though I've been communicating or using FB and Twitter to communicate with my friends and with some of my colleagues, iba pa rin talaga yung email because this is more actually formal. And real-time din yung na-access mo ang information, di ba? And kung na-try nyo din gumamit ng electronic mail, like you have Google or you have Yahoo, mas madali siyang ma-access anytime. No? You can actually search it, then you can actually find the document or the email, electronic mail you are looking for. And at the same time, kaya siya tinawag na corporate heart, no, of every organization. Email actually is the corporate heart of every organization or of the communication. Kasi nga, ginawa siya for the purpose talaga of mail. Hindi talaga yung like sa Facebook na pwede mo siyang gamitin to interact, to socialize with other people. And this is more actually formal. Then we have use of IT to foster customer involvement. This used to link social networking sites with companies' update, service offerings, or just to let the user of the account know that the company exists. So before, we actually have yung mga manual na feedbacking. Actually, you can still have that. Meron pa rin namang mga companies na gumagamit noon. Pero iba pa rin yung ginagamit yung information technology to actually communicate and interact with your customer, where the customer can actually give updates, can actually give feedback real time kung ano pa man yung kaya at pwedeng i-improve ng company. And at the same time, the company can also present what they can offer. And lastly, the application of information technology in HR is the telecommuting or the teleworking. This refers to any form of substituting information technologies to establish remote or virtual office. Kagaya ngayon, very relevant, no? So, may mga ibang companies talaga na naapektuhan ng sobra. Others have declared closure of their business, while others like the organization or the institution where I am in is so blessed and thankful that it is still operating. No? Pero, in times, meron kaming tinatawag na skeletal work. Like sa akin, I have duty from Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday to Saturday, I'm already skeletal on that time, where I can actually work, no, virtually, no. Pwede ako sa bahay mag-work, kahit hindi ako pumupunta sa school, I can actually work using my laptop and the internet. At the same time, kayo din, you can actually experience this one kahit hindi man kayo nag-work, but you're actually considered as having telecommuting. No? Kung saan virtual yung ginagamit natin, hindi yung physical room na kung saan traditionally we are having our class discussion. Or to elaborate this, yung mga nag-work sa bahay, yung mga freelance, na kung saan hindi na sila kailangan ng physical office to do their work, but they can actually have it online. That's telecommuting or teleworking. Now let's have the lesson 4, or the HR department's organization charts and structure. We need to know the organizational chart for us to be able to know the responsibilities, underlying responsibilities na nangyayari sa loob ng organization. When we talk of organizational chart, this is built around the organization's people and titles. While when we talk of the structure, this is actually the accountabilities, the purpose, and the key performance indicators for each business function and role. Now let's see the image. This is the sample of the organizational chart. Again, organizational chart is built around the organization's people and titles. So, like, kahit, just imagine there's a person or name of a person here. Kaya lang dito, yung mga title or the position lang yung nakalagay. Like CEO, like Vice President of Finance, Vice President Manufacturing, Director Human Resources, Chief Accountant, Budget Analyst, Plan Superintendent, Maintenance Superintendent, Training Specialist, and Benefits of the Administrator. So the underlying roles or underlying responsibilities of these positions are what we call the structure. Yan. Accountabilities, the purpose, and the KPIs, no? For each function and role. So ito yung tatawag natin na structure. The chart itself, ito yung nakikita nyo na naka-draw, na naka-rectangular, naka-square, at itong mga lines is actually what we call organizational chart. Because an organizational chart is a diagram that depicts the relationship, no, of the people inside the organization or one department to another. In this way, nakikita natin kung sino pala yung in charge, no, of every position, of every department. Because again, after all, we are talking about human resources. Na kung saan, this is actually, or the purpose of this is to effectively manage the human resources or the employees inside the organization for the company to succeed and gain a competitive advantage. Thank you for listening again. If you have questions, you can actually send me a private message, or you can actually comment down below for additional topics to expound. And if you still have also in mind um, things that you want me to discuss, you can actually share it. Thank you so much again, and God bless.